Hi, anderes Kartenspiel als sonst. Das ist das Deckbuilding Game. Star Wars Deckbuilding Game. Ich bin hier mit den zwei Creatoren von dem Star Wars Deckbuilding Game, die sich jetzt auch vorstellen werden.
Yeah, so I'm Caleb Grace. I'm the designer of the Star Wars The Deck Building Game, and I don't know if I need to say more than that.
I guess your title.
Oh, senior card game designer
There you
at
go.
Fantasy Flight Games. Yeah. Sure. To impress the audience at home.
Sure. Well, I mean, you know. Yeah, I'm Frank Brooks. I was the designer for the Clone Wars expansion for this game. I'm also a senior game designer as well. I work on the LCG department.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is not just two games. This is a product line in the future.
Mm-hmm.
We are not really sure, or I'm not really sure what the next expansion will be, but this is the base game, and there is a Clone Wars, not really expansion, a version.
It's like a standalone expansion. Yeah.
So we do the classic one that's everyone very familiar with. So the Empire will start, I think.
Yeah. Well, I got 4 resources. Yeah, I guess, do you want to talk about how the game plays, or just...
The first question I would ask is, how came this game to be? Is this a Trojan horse to get the people used to a Star Wars deck building game so they can sell more TCG packs?
No, I don't think there was any nefarious plot.
Two to your base.
Okay.
No, the game really was inspired by my love of deck building games. And I noticed that no one had ever before made a Star Wars deck building game. So by the time that I pitched the idea, we had already been working with Lucasfilm for 10 years, at least, right? X-Wing and Armada and the LCG.
Rebellion.
And Imperial Assault. We had a wonderful work relationship with them. So I said, you know, someone's got to do a Star Wars deck building game. Why don't we give it a try?
Sure.
So, it took about at least a year and a half, almost 2 years, because I was kind of working on it in the background as I was working on the LCG that I was assigned to. So it took a long time to cook, but we got there, and the response was really great.
All right, we'll take out the snow speeder.
Yeah, do a little bounty hunting. That was actually one of my favorite mechanics to come up with. I want a TIE fighter for it as a gift.
That is a gift.
Yeah, I should have taken one resource more.
Yes, you should have. That's okay.
Well, that would have allowed you to buy that if you wanted it.
Or him. But no, I have Chewbacca. Oh, that's fine as well.
You should go ahead and take that too, though.
Okay.
Don't let him have it.
I was going to buy it otherwise.
Oh, look, here you go.
Hey!
Another one. It's serendipitous.
Excellent. Works for me. That's it.
Oh, and there's Lando. Wow. A lot of great cards out here.
All right.
What are for you two the main challenges in adapting the expansive Star Wars Unlimited saga into compact and a competitive deck builder?
I would say narrowing down the list of characters to include. That was the hardest part with this. Like, the design came very easy. When I first started working on it, they gave me 1 week to create a prototype and to demo it to our executive game designer. That part was easy. And most of what you see here didn't change much after that first week. But the character roster, like which characters do you include when there's so many that everybody loves? Like, that was one of the first things people noticed, like, where's R2-D2? Where's C-3PO?
Right.
I was like, well, I can't fit them all. You know? So hopefully in the future.
Yeah.
What would you say was hardest for you doing the Clone Wars?
That's a good question. So, having worked on X-Wing before this, I was very familiar with the setting and like what kind of things that fans really latch on to and that sort of thing. So it's a lot of it is trying to assess who do we highlight, because like making the ability feel like that character, I think it comes very natural. Because like, the character, you say, how does this character interact with the world? What does that mean game mechanics? Like, that is a very intuitive process. But yeah, I think you're right that we have such limited slots, right? Yeah. There's only so much room in the product to put characters in the game. So that's probably the hardest part, is narrowing down the decisions.
There's something about the fanboy inside of you that's like, do I really need these generic guys, or could I just replace them all with my favorite?
Right.
So in order to make sure each faction had a balance and felt like that faction, you have to include a certain number of just generic TIE fighters.
Right.
So that means you have to cut some of your favorite characters to fit, because each faction only has 30 cards in the deck, and that fills up real fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. By that. Okay. Okay. That's fine. All right. I have enough damage to... Ooh.
You got more than enough.
Got more than enough.
Or you could hit Leia.
I could take out Leia. Interesting. Decisions. Ooh. If I made those 3 credits for taking her out, though, I don't think there's anything to...
Well, it refreshes that spot in the row, too.
That's true.
So this actually, may I just jump in?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is one of my favorite parts about the game, right? So you win the game by destroying your opponent's bases, and you have to get a certain number of them. So, Frank's dilemma in this moment is, do I blow up your base, which advances my win condition, or do I commit that attack to bounty hunt Princess Leia out of the row to deny you a great card and earn the reward? And if it was me personally in this moment, I think that's what I would do, because if you blow up his base, he might go to Mon Cala and then get Leia for free to his hand.
True.
But she's on a diplomatic mission.
Well, not for long. All right, I'm taking her out.
So then the reward is you gain 3 resource and 3 force.
Yeah,
which moves
so that's nice too. I like that part.
That's a huge reward.
All
and
right.
then, B-Wing for him.
And I only have 2 left. So I will just commit the 2 to your base. And unfortunately, these 3 credits are just going to get me a Boshek.
I was about to replace it, and I'm like, no, it's from the Outer Rim pilot stack.
All right. Back to you.
We have Chewbacca.
Oh, man.
3 resources.
And now this one has an ability for you.
Yeah.
You have it in play. I
do.
can draw 1 card, and that card I can play immediately, right?
Sure could.
Okay, let's see. This one, I'll get 2 force.
Excellent.
If you have another unit, I don't.
Not right now.
Subtitle is raw. That's 5 damage.
So I'd like to explain a little trick that you can do on your turn, because you don't actually have to play out all your cards first.
Yeah.
And so one of the things I like about the game is I try to make it very easy to learn, but then within that, allow for a lot of room to grow and develop strategy. And so a lot of people very commonly just play all the cards, and that's not wrong. That's fair. You can do that. But with an ability like this, to exile this unit, to exile 1 card from your hand or discard pile, it can be advantageous to hold that card in your hand until you know that you need it. So, you might say, I'm going to clear a card out of the row and see what comes up, and then you'll decide, okay, I do want that. But if nothing comes up you want, then you can always exile him and get rid of it from your hand. Because once you play it down, it's not in your hand anymore.
Yeah, which is a very interesting sequencing of the game.
I think ultimately that's where the real brain power is the sequencing of, I could do this first and then this will happen, but if I do it the other way, the Rebels have a lot of abilities that rely on having the Force. That was part of the theme of the Rebel Alliance, was if the Force is with you. And so the X-Wing is their bread and butter. It's if the Force is with you, draw a card. And so it took players a while, I realized, because many other deck building games, the moment you play the card is when you resolve the ability. And so they're very used to that. So they'd be holding the X-Wing in their hand, trying to find a way to get the Force. And I would explain, no, you can play it down. You can even use it to bounty hunt a target and gain the Force and then trigger its ability. And once they realize that, it's fun to see the lights go on and the wheels start turning, and then they go, oh, then I could do this and I could do that, and that really made me happy to see that. And I think when you're playing with friends, we do that.
Yeah, if you watch back what I did that as well. I had committed a shuttle, took it back, gave myself the resource back in order to exile it. So
he had me distract you while he did it. We're in cahoots.
I think the exiling is too early because I don't have another really good resource card, so that was probably to do that another time. That's 3 resources. Can I buy anything off?
Unless you bounty hunt something out of the row.
There's nothing to bounty hunt. No.
Oh, you can't even do that.
Nope. It's all neutral. The only you can't bounty hunt capital ships.
I want a Boshek.
Sure.
And then it's
7.
7 to base.
So that's 3, and then 4.
That's exactly enough.
Exactly enough.
So that goes to his end of the force track. So you've scored your first base. You need 3 to win. And then if that ends your turn, at the start of Frank's turn, he doesn't have a base in place, so he gets to search his whole base deck and choose the one he likes best.
To say it in unlimited terms, every attack on one of these capital ships has overwhelm.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you didn't have to attack separately.
Yeah, that was a big deal for me too. Is a lot of deck building games, I feel like you can have turns that just snowball, where one person just runs away with the whole game in one turn, and I wanted to break that up.
Yeah, so you have the gated. You can only deal enough damage to beat my base, right? You can't just keep beating all my bases up.
Yep.
You mentioned that the force is important for the rebels. What are the other important triggers for the Empire, separatists, and for the Republic? The grand theme of design.
Yeah, it was that was another design goal, right? Was if you're going to design a game based on Star Wars, you want it to feel like Star Wars. And so the rebels, they care about the force. They also have heroic units. They have more unique characters than like the Empire does. The Empire is more faceless, stormtroopers and TIE fighters. So the rebels rely on heroic sacrifices and big iconic characters like Luke and Leia.
When I get this Star
But the
Destroyer,
Empire has the Navy. Yep.
So I'm going to use the Corellia ship guards to just get this Star Destroyer and put it in my hand, and then I'll play it.
So they have a lot of capital ships on the Empire, and they want to swarm with their TIE fighters and stormtroopers. Yeah,
I think I'll just take the force here.
So Corellia, I love showing off the game with Corellia.
Yeah.
Like, the first time people see it, they're like, wait, I can get any card I want for free, and they'll instinctively put it in their discard pile. And I'll say, no, read the rest. It goes to my hand. You know?
Crazy. All right, I'll spend my 4 on this blockade runner as well. And I'll do 4 damage to take out
That will destroy his
Dantooine.
base. Yep. I think you have a really interesting choice this turn, because you could go to Dagobah and exile those 3 shuttles in your discard pile.
Ooh, yeah.
Which would thin your deck and make it tighter. Or you could go to Mon Cala and get a free Lando Calrissian to your hand, which could springboard you into a B-Wing.
Yeah.
Like, Lando's one of the most powerful cards in the game with 3 attack, 3 resource, and then he always draws you a card, but if the Force is with you, your opponent has to discard a card, and the Force is with you when it's on your side of the neutral space.
Not just here. Here's it. It means you can get a resource.
Correct.
This is, if it starts your turn there, you get a free resource. But mostly it was just about being able to pull it further to your end so it's harder for your opponent to take it away.
I need to put 1 card back because I will take Lando.
Oh no! You still get 5 cards.
You just also add it to your hand.
It's all just good. It's all upside.
Nice.
Yep.
Directed.
And that was another kind of design goal. I think I took it from Marvel Champions, where it was all about empowerment. Make the players feel powerful.
These 3. We have Orlando, and we have the Rebel Trooper and the Guardian. Okay.
6 resources.
I can draw a card.
And then you have to discard 1 because the Force is with him.
That's fine. A shuttle.
Goodbye. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 resources.
Yeah.
And
that's a big turn.
I should get the Force back because I really like that. Now I have 7. That means we get the B-Wing, and we will look at what we get next.
Yeah. And you have 2 resource left.
Ooh, another Star Destroyer.
Yeah, it's Greedo for me.
Oh, there's the X-Wing.
Hey.
And then it's...
You have 5 attack. So you could put 5 on a Star Destroyer.
Nope.
Or you could go direct to Krennic.
There you go. Forces all the way with you.
And now you have 3 more resources.
And that's the X-Wing for me.
There you go.
And that's replaced with the ATST.
Okay.
And now I shouldn't have done that here earlier because I just overspent 1 force.
Oh.
I should have used that for attack.
That's why it can be helpful to just keep it in your hand so you know what you want it for.
Yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a friendly game. I think you could do a damage if you want.
I want to see him lose by 1 damage. He'll be down to like your last base. He'll be like, 13 out of 14. If only
I had the 1 more.
No, it's totally fine if you want to throw a damage on the Star Destroyer.
Yeah, that's fine with me. All right, I have drew a very lucky hand. So many.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know you bought 2 of those already.
Okay.
This is what the Empire does. They build up a big
overwhelm. I think I'm okay with these cards. These both have the ability to, I can discard a card to draw a card, but I'm okay with just 4 more damage.
So you got 8 total?
8 total.
Just going to throw it all on his base?
I think so.
Or are you going to buy something first to see what comes up in the row?
Well, that's a good question. I mean,
that's usually one of the first lessons I try to teach my friends is wait until you see what comes in the row.
I think I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So
8 on his base.
8 damage to your base.
Oof.
Rough.
Look at that fleet.
Yes. Cower.
But I like to tell little stories too, like my Star Destroyer is being flanked by 2 Bizanis, you know, like They're in deployment.
I like it. Yeah, there's a little.
It's kind of fun. Yeah, I like the immersive storytelling.
Yeah,
like it's not the most in-depth game in terms of abilities and story, but I think there's enough there.
Yeah,
that you can tell your own.
Yeah, and I think that really helps because the game isn't like so brain burny. You can have those fun moments where you can. Do the storytelling. Like when I took out Leia, right?
Like that time Lando stole an X-Wing to kill Director Krennic.
Exactly, right? Yeah, it depends how much you want to like talk up the narrative. Because like we obviously built the Star Destroyer at Corellia, and it just launched and then attacked. Like
rendezvoused with the rest of the fleet.
Absolutely.
In orbit.
So that's 2 resources.
Oh, you get to play this to use its abilities. So if you're keeping that in your hand. To use this ability, you have to play it first. So
okay.
Well, he already has the Force already.
Yeah, that's true. In any case, you get a free resource from the Force.
True.
Because it's all the way at your turn. And then 3 more. And then you wanted to exile him to... Perfect.
So that's...
kind of... Well, you get your X-Wing.
Yes, I will do it.
Another X-Wing.
There it is.
Okay.
You got 1 left. There's a
little TIE bomber.
And that's 2 damage.
If you use this for attack, that's enough to take out one of these guys.
That's true.
I think
Sounds
that's the way
good.
to do it. Boy, that's rough though. Anytime a Star Destroyer survives that many turns, that's a base is getting blown.
Get some free Gazanti resources. And a Blockade Runner. Yeah, this is...
He didn't bought any other cards, so then...
No, this is just it.
So.
This is how to play the Empire. Is build up your fleet as big as you can.
I'll get 1 more. And then I'm going to use this for a resource.
Are you getting to 7? Are you getting another Star Destroyer?
Star Destroyer.
That is a game plan.
Oh, there's General Veers.
Okay. So this has to go to your base, so it will destroy it. And I just have 2 left, which is not enough to do anything.
That poor Stormtrooper is so useless.
Yeah.
Oh, you could toss him with that.
That's true. Yeah, I'll just cycle at the very least. I have 1 resource. Yep. That's fine. Okay.
Just moves you back to your good stuff.
Yeah. My other Star Destroyer.
You get to choose any base you want for your last one. It's going to Habt. That's a good choice.
It
Mm-hmm.
prevents the first 2 damage dealt to Hoth each turn.
The planetary shield.
Yeah.
Strong enough to deflect any bombardment.
How did you decide to do a Clone Wars edition and whatever edition is the next? So how did it come to be that it's not this game is done, we will continue
Oh,
this?
there's a fun story behind that. Because originally when I pitched it, it was just self-contained. I think at the time our studio was a little shy about committing to another line. So instead I pitched just a standalone game. But the thing is, once we decided as a studio we want to do it, and Asmodee says, yes, let's do it, then we have to go to all of our partners, our distribution units, and we have to convince them why they should order this game. And instead of having to convince them, they all said the same thing. Like I remember our current studio head, Jim, coming back from this promotional tour, and he says they all ask the same question. Every single place they say, can we get expansions? So they were like, all right, we need to do expansions. At the time I was busy on Marvel Champions, and so they said, Frank, you love the Clone Wars, let's do a Clone Wars box. That seems like an easy one, and so that's kind of how it happened.
Yeah.
We didn't know at that time if it would be a line. They just knew, look, there's a demand for more. What's a natural place to expand into?
Yeah.
And by making it a standalone, then there wasn't any awkwardness of like you need this one to play that one.
Right, because like they work independently, right? You don't need to have either to play either.
And you can mix both.
And you can mix both.
Yeah. I think that gets lost sometimes. People don't realize that that was part of the pitch.
Yeah.
You could take the 30 Rebel cards out of here and then put in the 30 Republic cards, and you could play Republic against Empire. Mm-hmm. And that's a really entertaining game and very different.
Yeah.
From this. In fact, we never talked about those 2 factions. I talked about Rebel and Empire.
Right.
We didn't talk about Republic.
I think we had a very exciting turn that distracted us.
Please state
Yeah. So right. So the Republic has a lot of playing with Jedi and troopers as a mechanic. A lot of looking at the top card of your deck. So there's some fun interactions there, like Obi-Wan, if you look at him, you get to draw him. So the hello there, and then he gets added to your hand, which is really fun. So it helps you like cycle a little bit and, you know, kind of ensure you have better hands and try to create those combos. Because if you can choose what card is there, you can make, oh, you have another trooper in play, so something happens. So it really plays up that kind of synergy. And then the Separatists play a lot with the exile pile. Because exiling it feels really good in every deck builder, where it's just like, oh yeah, getting rid of the chaff, right? And I'm going to just now have good cards. So playing with the idea that you want to put cards in the garbage pile, basically, so that you can pull them back into the game. So there's lots of sort of crushing your own troops, so like defeating your own things from the galaxy row in order to get benefits. But it's sort of nice because it's like a second hand that you can like sometimes be able to access. So that one is probably the most technical, I would say, of the four, because it takes some, effort to make sure that all the parts are there. Because if you only have access to play things from there, but you can't get anything, that doesn't help you. And if you can just put things there, you're not getting the full benefit. So yeah.
My gamer friends often say the Separatists are their favorite, though, because I love that challenge of, I play a Separatist card, and it says to exile another Separatist card from the row in order to trigger its abilities. Like my favorite's like the super battle droid, the B2 battle droid.
Yeah.
It says exile a Separatist card from the row to draw a card. Everybody wants to draw cards, so you play it down, and you'd be like, I'm going to exile that MTT. It's gone.
Yeah, or Nuke Gunray, see that, or whatever.
Draw a card, but now it's over there in my exile pile. I got rid of, like, let's say I got rid of a Magna Guard. Droid. Later on, I might play down the Trade Federation ship that says I can purchase droids from my exile pile. And so there's ways to recur them. It's really fun. Maybe the Vulture Droid is the best one.
Oh yeah, the Vulture Droid.
To your hand?
Yes, the Vulture Droid, when you buy it, goes straight to your hand, and then when you play it, it goes away that round. And so it's really cheap, so you're able to kind of keep buying in these Vulture Droids. So it has that feeling of like, send in the Vulture Droids, and then they get destroyed and stuff. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's 4 very different factions.
Yeah.
Which is what I really like. And then you can mix and match in 1v1 or 2v2. That's another element of the game that I think people forget about that's actually really fun, where you can, with 1 copy of both editions or 2 copies of any edition, you can have 1 game here like you have, and then just on the other side of the force track, a whole another row, and 2 more players. And then you have a teammate that you're cooperating with, and any abilities that they have that say like you or your team, or sorry, you or yours equals your team.
Yeah.
So something like...
just these abilities.
There's an Empire base that's Endor. It's like all your troopers are +1 attack. So that means mine, too, if I'm his teammate.
Yeah.
Or you have something like Chewbacca, who says if you have another unique. So if your teammate has a unique, then you can go, oh, great, I can draw a card with Chewbacca. So it introduces teamwork into a game where normally there's no teamwork. And that's been a lot of fun as well.
Yeah. And then I guess the other one we didn't really talk about was the neutral deck. So there is a neutral deck in the other one, too, that works a bit differently. That one focuses a lot on bounty hunters, because I feel like that's a lot of the Clone Wars. The scum and villainy we see there are more of those kind of interactions. And so there's some synergies around trying to like gather a bunch of them, where it feels like with the original one, there wasn't as much like synergy amongst the neutral cards.
Right. But they're more supplementary by design.
Right. It's just like, oh, I need that ability, and we both can benefit from it. So it does kind of feel like a third faction in that game, where it's like, am I going to go heavy in neutral, or am I going to try to avoid them? So it does just have a different dynamic in how you engage with that.
So you can even just change those.
Yeah.
So you could just play Rebel and Empire, and the only thing you change is what neutral cards are in the deck. And that's another different experience. So that's one of my guiding principles as we're turning the game into a line, is just to continually expand the number of ways the game can be played, so that no one's ever bored. You know, they're like, I've done enough 1v1, I'd like a break. Cool, let's play 2v2.
Yeah.
Or let's just, it's been a lot of Empire and Rebel, let's just change out one of the factions. Or I'm sick of seeing the same neutral cards, let's trade that out. So it should always keep it fresh.
Yeah, I also like that because this deck is so thick, you won't have seen all the cards by the end of it unless you went for a bunch of bases.
Yeah, no doubt. It's a 90-card deck, and unique cards are one of. So somewhere in here is Luke and Vader and Han, and they might not show up this game. Yeah. And so it's always exciting when they do. You're like, oh,
I got the combo.
That's a big deal.
I got the Han and the Falcon or whatever, right?
If you can get Han and the Falcon, like, you almost just win.
I had Leia here. But
you did. but then I took her out.
Yeah, I hope that when you're at 4 games that we get like a special box to order where we can just put all 4 games.
Oh, sure.
Because now there's a lot of air in the boxes.
Yes.
And when we are with 4 of them, we have
Yeah.
big box,
Takes a lot of
so many
stress.
cards. I would love to have like a special edition.
Well, you and I think alike because I enjoy storage solutions. So that was actually the box that we have was great for that first product. And again, when we created it, there was no promise of future expansions. So when they asked me, how do you envision this box? I said, keep it small so I can fit it in my backpack. And if I want to ride my bike to work or the game store, I can just carry it with me very easy. But once we start expanding the game, it doesn't work quite as well anymore. So hopefully, future products we might be able to consolidate.
Nice. Okay, now my hand is.
Now you got a good
so
hand.
long,
Amazing.
I forgot what I was planning to.
Well, you got a couple abilities.
Yes.
This is a fun one because he has to choose.
Yeah,
Discard a card.
I did the X-Wing already.
Yep.
That's why the X-Wing has out.
Nice.
Okay. I think you can. You have to choose.
Yeah.
Discard 1 card of your hand, or this unit becomes a 7 attack.
Oof. You know what? I can lose 1 resource. That's fine.
That's a 5 attack. Okay, I don't have another unique unit. So I think
You do have a really cool opportunity here, though. If you don't play these,
Ooh.
it went away. You bought it.
I did.
Darn it!
Yeah.
I was like really excited for you to exile 2 cards.
Oh, yeah.
But you bought it.
my plan is to shoot down the interceptor because it gets +2.
Right.
attack.
Sure.
3 more resources.
You got him.
And there you go. If you want Leia back, you could buy a Jawa.
Oh, true.
Houdini.
Houdini.
Can I get a unique item in play? No.
Probably not.
You could buy IG-88.
I can't play him right now.
Yeah.
No, but he'll be in your deck to combo with Chewie. That'd be helpful because he's unique.
I have 6.
I mean, 5 attacks. 5 attacks.
Exactly.
That's great.
5.
All right. You got to deal with some of these ships, though. I think.
And this one.
Sure.
1.
Maybe you will see.
Oh,
we still see
there
that.
it is. There's the other copy.
Hey.
This is the one I was thinking of, that it lets you exile up to 2 cards. And I love that he can hit it by himself. But that works out good for you. You bought 2 really good cards.
So that's 10, 13 damage.
So I have 1 health left on something.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want to take these.
Yes.
This one's vanilla, so you don't have to be scared of it. So that's 6 and 3 is 9. No,
wait, 2 more.
He's got you completely, doesn't he?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Exactly
Sorry.
enough, I think.
I forgot about the one already on it.
Yeah, that one.
That
That
one!
one made the difference.
It did make the difference. Very nice.
Yep,
All
that
right.
happens a lot, honestly, how 1 damage can make a difference.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
His whole deck are can
It's
That
crazy.
is such a flex. You're like, oh, did you blow my
Oh,
stick
that's
there?
neat.
Oh, well.
Drew, I mean, the funny part was I shuffled. I drew 1 card. It was the card I bought last
Oh,
round.
my gosh.
Yeah, very lucky. Just TIE Fighter gets me a Stormtrooper. And I have 2 resources. I might as well buy a bomber because they're fun.
Oh, replaced with a bomber.
A bomber. Well, I can't buy that one too. But why do I need to? 8 damage, and then it's minus two, so 6.
6 gets through the shields. And I don't think we've seen any capital ships for your deck, have we?
No, because you don't draw them.
It's your fault. I mean, there was the 1 neutral, but I bought it.
Yeah.
So.
You needed to jump on that.
Let's freeze these. Thank God, I can draw a card.
Yep.
This engine works every time.
Oh, yeah. Especially when I'm this deep in capital ships.
Okay, and I get 1 more from the Force.
Oh, he's still not getting your ship.
Yep.
That's brutal.
Oof. Yeah, the double tap with the Star Destroyer.
Unfortunately,
This is a great card. Because when you buy it, you exile a card, but if the Force is with you, you exile 2.
Ooh, nice.
And the Force is with you, so that could get 2 shuttles out of your deck right now. Or out of your discard pile.
Or I
True.
just use this.
You could do both.
Also, you could do both.
Yeah.
Because I can buy this and I can destroy this.
Yep.
Yeah, I will destroy this one first, just
Yep.
so it
Yeah.
doesn't buy it.
Sure. At the very least.
That's 2 shuttles out. And now I buy the Hawk 290 because it gives me more resources.
Yes, and health. You could repair.
Four.
Did we say, are we playing the short game to 3 or the standard game to 4?
3.
Okay.
Standard is 4. I thought it was 5. Okay.
Well, that's one of the things I like about the games. You can decide on the basis you want to play to, shorter or longer game.
I got another Apple show.
I find that the exile strategy works best when you play to 4.
Right.
If you're playing to 3, exile doesn't always pay off.
So you should.
Oh, you still have 6 damage on your base.
Right.
Yeah.
That was really clever, though.
This might be it. I think this is it.
Yeah. Get just a little more.
Yeah, I think you had it there.
Oh, yeah. That's 8. Let's see. And
so that's 10, but minus 2
that's
is
10.
the 8 you need.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crushing. Crush rebellion.
It's hard. It's hard to come back when your opponent gets both started.
I know. I felt a little bad, but also I still won.
The designer's got to flex a little.
A little bit.
Reflections. What are you most proud of? We do the sandwich reflections.
Okay.
Proud. Could be better.
Sure.
Will be better in the future. And you need the other side of the sandwich. Just to think of something.
Well, why don't you go first, Frank?
Okay.
Thinking about the Clone Wars, which we're not showing off right now.
Right. What am I... So,
most proud of the Clone Wars.
From the Clone Wars. I really like how the feeling of playing those droids works with the Separatists, where you do feel like I can throw this into the meat grinder, if you will, and just that feeling of like disregarding your own guys to try to really pound it home. And I feel like you do feel like you're being the Separatists, right? You're throwing away your own troops to try to like
disposable droid army.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that you feel like you're doing that when you play them, and that feels really good. So I think that's
and I like how you did the neutrals too.
Oh, thank you.
I like that you made a choice, and I'll confess, I'm a person of strong opinions, which you already know.
I do know this.
But so I had a preconceived notion of how the neutral cards just work in the game.
Yeah.
And so when I first saw where he was going with it, I was like, that's not what neutral cards do. But I came around, and it was like, yeah, it really is great that you were like, I get that, but you already have a neutral set that does that. Let's do this one different.
Yeah.
And I think it was the right call.
Thanks.
Because you do have 2 different options of how you want to. So I think you can be proud of that too.
Thank you.
Those are fun.
I am.
Yeah. What would you do different than that? That was the second question.
That was the second one. Do different.
See, this is where I need to take notes because I might have opportunity.
Oh yeah, right. So to leverage that. Tricky. Boy, I guess I wish I was working on more of this game. Yeah, I currently am only slated to have done this Clone Wars one, but
you get your hands full in the LCG.
Yes, I do. Yeah. So I'm not currently slated to do more of this, but I guess I mean, maybe we could do that, but currently it's a shame that that's the only bit I got to do.
Well, that's encouraging to hear.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think I'm most proud of how well it was received. Honestly, I was very touched by it because I make stuff that I like. When you're designing stuff, you're never going to make something that everybody likes. That's impossible. There's great games out there that I can't stand, and there's games that I love that other people hate. That's just life, right? So I'm really happy. I made a game kind of for me. That I love Star Wars, I love deck building games, so I made the game that I wanted to play, and I was really happy with how it turned out. But there's always that nervous moment of, is anyone else going to like it? So the reception has been beyond what I could have hoped for. Going to Star Wars Celebration to demo the game and debut it was like a career highlight. I thought for sure nobody was going to come. I was really afraid because Ewan McGregor's there, no one's coming to play the deck building game. They want to see the stars, but we had a line. Our tables were always full. We had a wonderful team of demoers who did a great job. Everybody who came and sat down got a fantastic experience.
That's awesome.
And most of them brought a copy home with them. So that's what I liked most. I've had a lot of time to play it since I started working on this in late 2019, like early 2020. So I've had a lot of time to look at the cards. And one of the things I tried to do different from other deck building games that I enjoy is I wanted to minimize the amount of exile there was in the game. Because I feel like every deck building game, the correct strategy is exile. Thin your deck. And, and I knew I wanted some of that, but I was trying to limit it. So like one thing you'll notice is most of the time you have to bounty hunt to get the exile. So that was a choice. I thought that was a good way to do it, that I'm giving up my win condition in order to thin my deck. So there's a cost. But some of the cards, I think, ended up just a little bit above the curve, like this guy.
Oh, sure.
Because when I can buy this guy and exile 1, that feels pretty fair. But if the force is with me and I can exile 2, I'm getting a great 4-cost attack, but I'm also getting rid of 2 cards.
Yeah.
And then like Jabba the Hutt. I think Jabba the Hutt, he's 8 cost, he's iconic, you want him to be good. But what I found is like if he comes up early, if someone can like, you blow up their base and they go to Corellia and get Jabba for free, you can still win, but it's going to be tough. Because he's going to exile those cards every time.
Sure.
And your deck's going to get so thin. So I think if I could have done anything better, I would have been even stricter about how much you could exile. But I think overall, though, Jabba's 1 in 90 cards.
Right.
So I think it's okay. And everybody has the base that you can exile 3.
Right.
So I think it balances out for the most part. But yeah. A little bit of a perfectionist. I'm always looking to improve.
Yeah, as game designers, you always come at it being like, oh man, I could change that number. That could have been a 3. That could have been a 2.
That's why there are so many board games with second editions.
Right.
Third editions.
Yeah, exactly.
Not well. Okay, you guys see there's still a lot of deck left in this game, so there is a lot of replayability.
And we barely saw all the bases too.
Oh, and you got to see what's the bottom card. So the bottom card was the Nebulon.
Okay.
I love that shit.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
That was fun, even if this was just a pure distraction. So thank you anyway. Good luck on your next games.
Thank you.
Looking forward for the next expansion.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
Nice.